Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope you're doing well. I was thinking lately and I was thinking about what God is doing in my life through the ministry that He has given me, through the talent and the gift He has given me. And I was thinking and I came to a point in my thought process and I came to this conclusion that everything I needed to do what God has called me to do what God made me for, was already in me. It wasn't something outside that I should be going to look for. For many years, I was looking at different things, looking at different people, thinking there is something outside of me that I need to get and bring into me to do what God has called me to do. But what the last few years has taught me is every single thing that I needed to be all that God has called me to be, to serve Him, to do His will, to carry out my assignment on earth. God deposited it inside of me from the foundation of the world, from the beginning of time, even before I was conceived, even before I was born. And because sometimes we focus so much on what's out there, we think God has given other people some things that He should have given us. So sometimes we despise what God has given us. We think, oh, God should have given me that voice to be able to sing like that person. Well, God didn't give you that voice because you didn't need that voice to do what He has called you to do, to be who He has called you to be. A good example is growing up, I always admire other pianists. And there's nothing wrong with admiring somebody, but the danger there was I always admired them to the point of comparing myself to them. And always thinking, oh, I wish I can play like that person. I wish I can sound like that person. But the thing is, God didn't give me the gift to play like them or to sound like them. He gave me the gift to play the way He designed me to play, the way He created me to play, the way He designed me for me to sound. That is the uniqueness in how God made us. I'm not supposed to sound like somebody else or play like you. No. And you're not supposed to sound like me or play like me. But everything I needed to be who God wanted me to be, to sound the way I sound on the piano, to play the way I play, God already deposited it. And for many years, I was looking for it everywhere else. I was trying to grab something somewhere. But the last few years has taught me to be content in knowing that everything that I needed is already been given to me. Everything. The Bible even says that God has blessed us with all spiritual blessings. Everything that I need. I'm not trying to grasp something. It's already there. For some of us, it may be that those things are in the raw state. Maybe they're in the raw state. You need to develop your gift. You need to develop your skill. You need to go and get some education. You need to learn how to actually do something with what you've been given. Yes, that's okay. But it doesn't change the fact that you have everything already inside of you. What is it that God has given you that you are overlooking? You think is nothing. When Jesus was about to feed the 5,000 people, and somebody brought up the suggestions of the loaves and fishes, one of the disciples says, what is this little thing going to do? This is nothing. We've got over 5,000 people here, and you are bringing this little thing, not knowing that is that little thing that God would eventually use, that Jesus would eventually use to feed the multitude. So you have everything you need. You may not have discovered yet what you have in your house, in your heart, in your life. You may not have discovered it all. For many years, you may have overlooked it as if it's nothing. But let me tell you something. Look inside of you. Seek the face of God and say, God, reveal to me what you've put inside of me. Because everything you need will come through you actually doing something with what He has placed on the inside of you. Everything you are looking for is in that thing. Imagine how wicked God would be that He created you, He made you in His own image, and then left the very thing that He needed you to use to be all that He created you to be, and then left it out. Imagine how wicked that would be. God made you in His image. The Bible says you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And then God decided to leave out the one thing that you needed to be all that He had created you to be. Imagine how wicked that would be. That's not the kind of God that we serve, and that is not who He is. Everything you need is in there. You might have to dig deeper. You may have to seek the face of God. You may have to actually, pull everything, but it's in there. So I want to encourage you. It's not somewhere out there. It's here. It's inside of you. Reach deep and pull it out. And walk in partnership with God and the Holy Spirit and begin to walk with what God has given you. That is what it is all about. It's not out there. It's all inside of you. So stop focusing on other people and what God has given them. Well, if you needed what they have, God would have given it to you. But the fact that you don't have what they have means you don't need it for where you need to go. You have to be content with your abilities, with the skills, with the talent, with God has given you, and say, God, help me to be faithful with what you have given me. Help me to be a good steward of that which you have entrusted me with. I really hope that was an encouragement to you. If it was, make sure you like this video and share it with somebody else. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you do so before you leave. And I will see you next time. God bless you. Bye-bye.